Welcome to week 3. I'm Dominique. This is the UOW update. Wollongong is preparing to mark its 200th year, and our Indigenous communities urging organisers to be honest and inclusive in the process.
The commemoration is 200 years of European settlement, and what has to play out is whether or not we are purely celebrating non-Aboriginal settlement, or are we celebrating the actual creation of Wollongong?
No, I'm not really up to date. What did they call it? Aboriginal Advancement League?
What I think should happen in regards to the committee that they're forming for the 200-year celebration is that it be representative from the Aboriginal community, and not just one hypothetical seat at the table. I firmly believe that reconciliation and things like that can only really happen once we're actually truthful about the entire experience, not what we choose to present as our history, but the warts and all approach to, being honest about it.
Well, it's official. The university is not only a big place, but it's a big money spinner too. A new report says UOW pumps $2 billion into the local economy. But one local academic says that doesn't mean Wollongong's days are over as a still city.
It's the first ever comprehensive study of the University of Wollongong's contribution to society, both in economic terms and in social terms. It shows that the University of Wollongong has a multifaceted and multi-billion-dollar impact economically.
The region is in transition. It's moving from, if you like, a traditional sort of manufacturing base to a more knowledge-driven regional economy. And we found from the report that the university is playing a very critical role in that process. We're not saying that mining and steel is unimportant. They clearly are important, but we believe that in going forward, the major areas for growth and employment generation will be in the knowledge centre, and the university is at the very core of bringing about that transformation within the Rika area.
Wollongong is a beautiful city to live, and low living cost, very relaxed lifestyle. So itself is very attractive, but young graduates find it's very difficult to find any good pay position at local Wollongong area. In the future, if BlueScope can improve their own financial situation, then our young graduates will have more chances to stay.
We pride ourselves on the success of our graduates, success that's measured in many different ways. One grad has just unveiled her first feature-length documentary, Spirit of the Warriors. Spirit of the Warriors documents the epic journey to bring the spirits of 6 Aboriginal soldiers who fell on the Kokoda track back to their country.
The focus is one particular Aboriginal family who travelled to Papua New Guinea to bring back the spirit of their ancestor. It became obvious to me that this is a conversation that needs to be had. People need to know about the contribution that Indigenous people made to the defence of our country, and that this is one way that we can get some people talking about it and to open people's minds. When it was all happening and I was behind the camera and filming it, I sort of, it was hitting me how emotional it was, especially for the family members.
I was sad and thinking about it all the time, and I never in my life forget his face, and him too. It's lovely. I got his photo right at my bed, and it's going to stay there until I catch up with him again, I'm hoping.
There are many stargazers among us, but some have been doing it a lot longer than others. The ancient work of Aboriginal astronomers is being explored.
What's been absolutely amazing about what we found is that there's tremendous depth to this. It goes much further than just telling a few stories about the sky. People really were trying to understand how the sky worked. People had explanations of how eclipses work, how tides work. A white lady in Western New South Wales, 1820 or thereabouts, she knew there was going to be a solar eclipse. She told some of the local elders about this, expecting them to run away screaming or something, instead of which they said, oh yeah, we know about that. Aboriginal people actually explained eclipses in terms of the sun woman and the moon man getting together and making love, and what happens, it's the sun and the moon getting together and the body of one covering the other. So the explanation was completely correct. We tend not to recognise the bits of deep thought which you can see there revealed in the songs and the stories and the art. You can see that it's all part of trying to understand the world, trying to build it into a consistent framework, and actually doing what nowadays would be called science, in fact.
I know I'll be looking at the stars a little more informed from now on. They say there's nothing like homegrown, and now we're all being given the chance to put it to the test. A regular food swap is bringing out the green thumbs and the food lovers from across campus.
They say if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. The UOW Environment Initiative Unit's monthly food swap proved this to be true. Manager Lisa Miller says the food swap is a great way for gardeners to share their harvest.
Often when you grow your own, you've got 1,000 cucumbers and nothing else, so it's nice to come and swap with someone who's got 1,000 tomatoes and nothing else.
Kay Osborne was one of the many enthusiasts to participate in the swap. She says there are a number of advantages to growing and buying organic fruit and vegetables.
Growing what you can, you're actually contributing to food sustainability.
The food swap began as a way to share surplus produce created from the community garden. The garden has been a collaborative effort between the environmental unit, staff and students. Alexandra McPaul says it has been a great way for students to learn more about organic gardening.
It's also about people being able to share knowledge and learn from each other about what's growing best where.
As you can see, the garden is flourishing, featuring a number of herbs, vegetables and fruits. For those green thumbs keen to start their own garden, Ms Miller says it's child's play.
If I can do it, anyone can. My kids grow their own.
Courtney Howe, UOWTV.
And now, our chance to put you on the spot.
What's your most shameful media indulgence?
The Valleys. It's like a rip-off of Geordie Shore. It's so terrible.
Well, I saw the first Twilight movie and I kind of didn't hate it.
Geordie Shore. The Biggest Loser.
I have to admit, I do look at the odd, trashy magazine like Women's Weekly every now and then when it's lying around the house. Shameful, but I do it.
Facebook is not that shameful. It's not really considered that shameful. I'm not really ashamed by using Facebook, but I don't really look at magazines I don't really watch TV or do anything like that.
I've read all the Twilight books and I've watched a couple of the movies as well.
I'm Dominique McGovern. That's our update, but we can't leave without a quick look at another big garden party.
Hi, Michael Lou here. Welcome to the Glam and Jam on a Thursday night at the University of Wollongong. We've got a massive lineup tonight featuring Last Dinosaurs, The Gris World, Draft and Strange Talk. All are ready to party it up tonight and give you the jazz. This is the Garden Party.
Wollongong knows how to party.
Dedicate a song to me.
To the Griswolds. I've got a lot of single friends, so you should come out with us on the weekend.
Just awesome. Please marry me, I'll do anything for you.
Aussie hip hop all the way.
Why do you like Aussie hip hop so much?
It's pumping, it's banging.
Well, Draft makes me want to party Bali style.
Turn this around. Who are you here to see? I'm here to see all of you getting absolutely hammered and partied up like there's no tomorrow.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. We can cater to your needs.
If you want to say something to the hotties of Last Dinosaurs, what would you say?
Can we go to a picnic one day?
Thanks for having us and study hard. Get rich.
Or do I try and...